In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Portland Trail Blazers versus Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are hosting the Portland Trail Blazers on Sunday. Portland beat Indiana 110-106 as a 5.5-point favorite back on November 2021. The Trail Blazers are still missing a host of players, including Justice Winslow and Eric Bledsoe, while the Pacers could be without Jalen Smith, Chris Duarte, and Goga Bitadze, who are all listed as questionable. Indiana has traded away several top players such as Domantas Sabonis and has suffered several injuries, but the Pacers continue to hold their own on the offensive end of the court. Indiana averages 111 points per game and is shooting 46.1% overall. Portland's roster is nearly unrecognizable from the one that started the season. Leading scorer Damian Lillard is out injured, and leading rebounder Jusuf Nurkic is also sidelined. In addition, Portland traded away its second leading scorer C.J. McCollum, and its current second scorer Anthony Simons is also sidelined. The Trail Blazers have failed to cover the number in 7 out of the last 10. The Portland Trail Blazers are losing their last 5 games by an average of 15 points, and they lose in the underdog role by an average of 12 points. It's blowout loss after blowout loss for Portland these days. It's hard to back either team with much confidence these days, but the Pacers still have 2 quality players in Brogdon and Hield, which should be enough to exploit the Trail Blazers' porous defense in this spot. The Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Indiana's defense is allowing an average of 113 points and 47.4% shooting, while Portland's defense is allowing an average 114 points and 47.5% shooting. The total has finished over in 4 of Portland's last 5, as well as in each of the last 5 that the Trail Blazers have played against a team from the Eastern Conference. The total has finished over in 14 of Indiana's last 20 and in 10 of the last 11 games that the Pacers have played on their home court. The defenses on both sides have been horrendous. Indiana is 28th, and Portland is 29th in defensive rating over the last 7 games. The last 4 Portland games have gone over, and 4 of the last 6 have gone over for Indiana. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Memphis Grizzlies versus Houston Rockets. The biggest question ahead of Sunday's Memphis Grizzlies at Houston Rockets matchup is whether Ja Morant will be available for the visitors. The Memphis point guard left Friday's 120-105 loss to Atlanta with knee pain. But the good news is that reports are that pulling Morant was just a precautionary measure. Houston comes into this contest having lost 17 of their last 19 games, leaving them mired in last place in the Western Conference and already mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Looking at the betting trends, the Grizzlies are 8-1 against the spread in their last 9 games following a loss, 15-5 against the spread in their last 20 games against a team with a losing record, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games. The Rockets are 22-51 against the spread in their last 73 home games, 17-39 against the spread in their last 56 games as a home underdog, and 12-28 against the spread in their last 40 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 29-14 in the last 43 meetings in Houston, and the Grizzlies are 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Houston. The Grizzlies are going to be shorthanded again as Ja Morant has been ruled out, while the Rockets will be sweating on the availability of Eric Gordon, who is listed as questionable with an illness. The Memphis Grizzlies continue to be one of the most consistent teams, both straight up and against the spread, and they're not a team I'm thrilled to bet against. The Grizzlies are 45-26 against the spread on the season, and 24-13 against the spread on the road. The Houston Rockets don't cover numbers, don't win games, and they lose in the underdog role by an average of 11 points. The Grizzlies aren't quite as good without Morant in their lineup, but they're still more than good enough to get the job done against this slumping Rockets team. The Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Memphis offense takes a huge hit with Morant out of the lineup, and they'll almost undoubtedly run a slower tempo with Tyus Jones taking over the reins of the offense. Expect a lot more slower sets from the Grizzlies as they try to work the ball inside to Adams, not just because Houston has been horrible versus opposing centers, but also to try and get Houston's biggest weapon Wood into foul trouble. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks play host to the New Orleans Pelicans on Sunday night from State Farm Arena in a crucial matchup between two teams fighting for postseason respect. They've already met once this season, with the Hawks coming away with a 3-point win on the road, while they've won 8 of 10 overall between the two teams and 6 in a row in the series. The Pelicans come in struggling to gain much momentum, having lost 5 of 7 and slipping in the Western Conference standings. For the Hawks, they've won 4 of 5 and are rising in the Eastern Conference standings, though still in need of a win. This is one that could have lasting implications on the playoff race and will be an exciting matchup. Looking at the betting trends, the Pelicans are 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 road games, 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games as an underdog, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Hawks are 12-5 against the spread in their last 17 home games, 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record, and 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings overall, and the Pelicans are 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 meetings overall. New Orleans' Brandon Ingram did not play in Friday's victory, and his status for this game is unclear. The Pelicans are the better defensive team and hold an edge on the glass. The Pelicans will again be without Brandon Ingram, while Devon Graham is listed as questionable with right hip soreness, while the Hawks are sweating on the availability of Trae Young, who is questionable for this one. The Pelicans were in poor form before ambushing the Spurs in a big win on Friday, but they're going to like their chances in this one if Young isn't able to suit up. You can make an argument for either side here, but I like the Pelicans in this spot if the Hawks are short-handed. So the New Orleans Pelicans to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Along with Atlanta, the under presents value here on Sunday. New Orleans and Atlanta both play at a pace of 99.7, which ranks 20th in the NBA. This season, the Pelicans are 40-30 in hitting the under, while the Hawks are 33-37. In Atlanta's last 5 games, they are averaging 231.8 ppg. But if you take away the 131-128 game, which is an outlier, that drops to 225. With the amount of star power that could be missing in this one, it's difficult to know exactly what kind of scoring output to expect. The Pelicans are expected to be without Ingram, while the Hawks could be without Young and Collins. Until there's consistency and someone stepping up in the absence of those three, it's difficult to expect much scoring. Both defenses are middling, but New Orleans' offense leaves quite a bit to be desired in this one. Additionally, the under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between the two teams in Atlanta, and the under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings overall between the two. This will be a slow-paced game as neither team likes to force anything, which will result in the under cashing here. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.